Welcome to Thursday Night Live. I'm Tina Carini. I'm an independent Stamp It Up demonstrator coming to you live from Byron, Georgia. So welcome. We have some cue cards to share with you today. It's only going to be two. They're pretty simple. They're not hard to do at all, but they're so cute. And we're going to be using some new product from the online exclusives. So you can only find them online. They are not in any of our catalogs, and but they're super cute, and I think they're must-haves because they're great. No, they really are great. So anyway, welcome again to Thursday Night Live, and let's just chat for a bit while we wait for people to find us, and hopefully my friends will be jumping on soon. So anyway, I didn't post that I was going live, but a couple people knew that I was. I didn't post because I wasn't 100% sure that I was going to be able to. As you guys know, the last time I was live, there was a lot going on with our family. My son was moving out. He has moved out into his new home, and he's doing well. And my husband and I have been experiencing empty nesting. So it's been fun. It really has. The first couple days were a little hard, but it's fun now. And it's like my husband said to me the other day. He says, "You know, this is the first time since we've been married that it's been just you and me." And I said, "You know what? You're right, because the girls were with us when we got married, and then we had Jacob, and so we've always had kids underfoot, and now we don't. So we get to be who Tina and Vic are, and it's been a lot of fun. So anyway, but we've been busy because we've also been doing remodeling. We're starting in the laundry room. We're going to be working our way out into the kitchen and out to the rest of the house. And so that's been, if you've done remodeling before, you know how much work that is, especially if you're doing it yourself. And it's fun and it's exciting, but it can be overwhelming at times too. And trying not to let our house become a construction zone has been a chore as well. But anyway, I'm not going to keep chatting here. We're going to go ahead and go down to the craft table here. I'm going to put my glasses on. I'm going to share with you an embossing folder that is brand new. This is the Sunflower 3D embossing folder. It's a very large embossing folder, but it is beautiful, as you can see here. And it's sunflowers, hence the name Sunflower. It's gorgeous, and we're going to make a card, and I have a couple of sample cards to share with you as well. So I have my scrap here. We're going to bring in some old olive. I haven't used old olive in a while, I don't think. And this is the card that we're going to be doing, so it's very, very simple, like I said. But I want you to see that. Look at that detail in that sunflower. So we're going to be using some of the two-toned cardstock as well, which is 20% on sale tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last day to get your two-toned cardstock on sale. So it's a great time to buy it if you'd like to try it. There's hey Chris, there is where you can buy it in all one color. You can buy packs that have like 2 or 3 sheets of certain colors. So it's really pretty. I really love it. I love to sand it, which we did here. And then I also like to tear it because the core is white. So when you tear it, you get that white core that shows through. So it's really, really pretty. So we've got that. You know what I did not do is I did not emboss our little two-tone cardstock. This is peach pie, I believe is what it is. But the cool thing about this is that you can line this up any way you want to do it. So you can just put it right there in the middle and it'll emboss those right there. But I was looking at this There's a couple different ways. Like this one right here is really pretty too. So right there, so you can kind of sort of see what you'll get on your cardstock when you emboss it. But I really love this over here. So let me show you. I love this. I'm trying to get this straight in here, and I am struggling to do so. It keeps wanting to go too far, both directions. And there we go. I think I got it. So there. So see how that has the big sunflower here, one facing up, and then the bottom side of a sunflower going that way. And then you also get a couple of leaves in there too, and a little piece of one down here and up here. So this is my favorite right here. So we're going to use that tonight. I'm going to go ahead and run this through. Let me bring this guy over here. So all I'm doing is I'm putting it on my platform because this is a 3D embossing folder. I don't need any clear cutting plates. And then I just need my little gray number 4 plate. Line that up in there and then just crank this through. Hopefully the table won't wobble too much. And there we go. And wait till you see this guy. Oh, that's all messed up over there. Okay. It is beautiful. Which I already showed it to you, didn't I? So you already saw it. There we go. So we've got that. Isn't that beautiful? So, so pretty. All right, so I'm going to take my little sanding block that I have, which I need to get a new one because I've done so much sanding that I've lost a lot of my grit. So all I'm going to do is just go over this. You can go as light or as heavy as you want to do it to get the effect that you want. So let me turn this light back down this way so you guys can see what I'm doing here. I'm having to sand extra hard and, oh, because I'm sanding extra hard, be careful not to tear your paper because your two-toned cardstock is not as thick either. It's thinner than your regular cardstock. So then you can just sand it to get the look that you want. And like I said, I need to get a new sander because I'm losing the sandy part, the grit on it. So there we go. So isn't that very pretty? You can sand it more if you want to, or you can sand it less if you want to. So then I have a piece of white cardstock that's going to go behind it. I believe I cut this. I didn't write any of my measurements down because I'm kind of sort of out of practice here on this. So I cut this down to 4 inches, and this is probably 5 1/4. 5 1/4. So this I just made not even 1/4 of an inch. I think I made it 1/8 of an inch bigger. So yeah, so this is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Okay, so our white is 4 1/8, and we're just gonna, I just wanted just like that little bit, like 1/16 of an inch to peek out around that. So we're gonna take our glue, and we're gonna glue that down. You know, the peach pie is such a bright color. I really like it a lot. And olive green is just, it's a pretty green. It's not my favorite of the greens, but it is a pretty green. I think my favorites is lemon lime twist and green apple green. I love those greens because they're so bright and cheerful. All right, so we're just going to layer that down on there. So on this piece, I just took, this is a retired piece, retired ribbon, but you may have it, or maybe you have something that you like better, or you have the whiter, very vanilla and black. It's slightly whiter, but you can use that too, or you can not put any ribbon on it at all. So whatever you choose to do. is entirely up to you. Okay. So I'm going to flip this around. I'm going to put it right about there, I think. I think this embossing folder is so pretty that I really just didn't want to cover it up. So it's really one of those embossing folders that you can just use all by itself and just throw some ribbon maybe, some embellishments, and a sentiment, and your card is done. It's just so pretty. Okay, so there we go. Isn't that cute? I just think that is so cute. All right, so then we're going to bring in our card base, which is, like I said, it's old olive. It's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Take my bone folder, give that a nice crisp fold. And then you can pop this up too if you wanted to give it a little bit of dimension, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to glue it straight down because, whoops, I don't want any problems mailing it. All right. Uh-oh. There we go. I thought I messed up, but I didn't. Thank goodness. Well, my sunflowers are going to be upside down from what I want them. So then I'm just going to have like a 1/16 of an inch of the green, old olive. So we have this one, and then this one shows more of the old olive. But I think I really like this. So you'll have to let me know which one is your favorite. More green showing or even borders. Okay, so what are we gonna do now? We are gonna put the sentiment on there, and I'm just gonna take a piece of scrap old olive, and I'm just gonna punch out a circle. If you have your 1 3/8 inch punch, use that, or you can use any die cut circles that you have that are in similar size. We're going to put that right there. We are going to pop this up, but I'm not going to pop it up yet. I'm going to make this one a birthday card. No, I'm not. It's going to be hello. I don't know what I'm thinking. Huh? Okay, so we could stamp, I want to make sure that this one was going to be large enough, and I think it is. You could stamp it in old olive or peach pie, but I just chose black just to kind of tie in the ribbon. So we're going to use Memento Tuxedo Black ink. And just stamp that right there, just like so. And then we're going to trim it up. And I'm going to just do an angle cut on that. And then we're just going to place this right across the center of that. We're going to glue that down. Oh, I think I might need a new glue bottle. Okay. I'm just going to go right in the center of that. I'm going to flip that over, and we are going to, hey Carol, we are going to put a couple of dimensionals on here, and then we're just going to place that right here. And then you can put your center in the inside. If you have sunflower stamps, you can do that. That would be really, really pretty. I was hoping I had a piece. I do, but it's got stuff on it to finish off the inside of this card. Whale. Yeah, but maybe that's just some glue. Let's see. We can use this. By George it is. There we go. Have some on this side too. And that is too. Yay. All right, so we're just going to put that right on the inside of this card. And like I said, if you want to stamp a sentiment, you can. If you have sunflower stamps, you can stamp those on there, and that would be really, really pretty. You can stamp some leaves. Anything like that would be really, really pretty. And then we are going to just attach this. I used to have sunflowers, but all the sunflowers that I had have retired. That's so sad. All right, so there we go. So here is the original, and here's the one we just created. So that's super, super. Oh, you're good. Oh, you're going to go camping in your RV, Carol? That sounds like a lot of fun. So there we go. This is a sample, and here's our original. Tell me which one you like better. Do you like more of the green showing, or less green? So anyway, so that's that one. And let me show you two samples with that. So I played with the gold foil, and look at that. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? I love this so much. And well, it's glamping. I love that. You know, my husband and I talked about possibly getting a camper that we pull, and we talked about one that we drive, because we like to go crabbing on the coast, and the nearest coast is like 3 hours away. But one day we hope to definitely get a boat so that we can go more places to go crabbing. So if we did the camper, we wouldn't be able to pull the boat. And if we got a drive camp, one that you drive, what do they call an RV? So if we got one of those, then we could. Chris likes the one with the green, more green showing. Yes, the foil is so beautiful, isn't it? We could pull it with the RV, but we wouldn't be able to back it in down the boat ramp. So we'll probably just keep tenting it. But anyway, so yes, I hope you have a great time. You pull yours? Yeah. I told my husband, well, if we got a second vehicle that we could tow a boat, then we could take two cars. And then he looked at me and he says, who's going to pull the boat? I said, not me. Okay, so anyway, so this is one with the gold foil, and I heat emboss in gold. I appreciate you. I didn't do anything with the inside of this one, but I just really wanted to show you guys what it looks like with the gold foil. It is absolutely gorgeous. I just cut a 4x4 piece of gold and just placed it in the embossing folder to capture this big sunflower right in the center of it. So that's really pretty. So here's another one. This is just using regular cardstock. I use Daffodil Delight, basic black and white. I heat embossed with white embossing powder on black cardstock. This is, you know what? I don't remember the name of this ribbon, but this ribbon, I thought it had retired, and I looked it up and it did not retire. This is still available in the online store. It's called the Rustic Striped Ribbon. So I placed a strip of that across there with some of these, which I don't even remember the names of those. These, I don't even know if these are current or not. I have a hard time keeping up with what embellishments and ribbons are current. I need to make me a list, but I haven't done it yet. So I just put those on there, so you could use whatever you wanted to use. And since this was not two-toned, and I wanted to get a little bit of a different look, hey Lynette, I just used the craft ink and a sponge and just lightly went over that to get that effect. So isn't that beautiful too? I love this card so much. Okay, so that's the two samples, 3 cards made with that, of different ways that you can use this embossing folder. I will bring you more ways to use that. I've seen some done on Pinterest that were absolutely gorgeous, but I need some sponge daubers to do it. And I did have a whole bunch of them, but I can't find them. I don't know what I've done with them. They're around somewhere. I know there's one or two in my drawer, but I really need more than that. So I don't know. We'll see. And then I thought maybe the what's it called? There's a technique that I showed you guys a while back ago, the Joseph coat. I thought maybe that might be really cool with that, with with this embossing folder too. And oh, I wanted to tell you guys too. I think that this minus um, the black mat, would be Blackberry Bliss would be absolutely beautiful with the gold too. Okay, so that's that. So the next card we're going to do is I do not have a sample. Well, I have some cards to show you, but I don't have a sample of the card that we're doing. So we're just going to bring in the pieces that we're using. We're going to bring in the stamp set that we're using. This is called Prairie Grass. And I don't know why they call it prairie. I can't talk. I still can't talk, you guys. I have not been able to talk for months. I don't know what it is. You just need to the ocean. I do. I do. I really do. If I could live on the coast on an intercoastal canal, I would. There, I said it. I would. But it's too expensive. It's just extremely expensive. And really and truthfully, the only place that I would really like to do that would be Florida because they have really nice canals and neighborhoods and stuff like that. I do like Savannah, but it's a lot of not wetland. I guess it's wetland, but it's like grass marsh and tidal creeks. So some places that are a little bit cheaper, the tidal creeks, when the tide goes out, there's no water in it. What good's that going to do you? So you have to time the tides to go in and out. So that's too much of a headache. But yeah, if I could, I would. I really would. So anyway, this is the stamp set that we're using, Prairie Grass. I don't know why they call it prairie grass because this looks like sea oats to me, and it is how I've been using it actually. This looks like some swamp grass, and this is cattails, and aren't cattails in like water too, swampy water? But anyway, this is so beautiful. I absolutely love this. If you're looking for a stamp set that you can use in different ways, this is it. I'm going to show you two samples, and then we're making one tonight. But it's beautiful, and I don't remember where I was going with that. Isn't that sad? There's just been so much going on. But oh, I know what it was. So this has a lot of really sweet sentiments for someone that's going through a hard time. Maybe a great sympathy card. It's such a sweet stamp set to do. Now, I didn't use it for sympathy, but I did use it for someone who was possibly, not possibly, had some surgery and is healing from the surgery. So I thought that would be it's a great stamp set for that too. All right, so we got some basic white here. I'm going to stop jabbering because I'm sinking. So 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. That's our card base. Then we have some pecan pie here. And this is, let's see, it is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then we have this piece here. This is from the Country Woods. This is 3 1/4 by 5 1/4, I believe. 5 1/4. 5 1/4. So this is what we're going to do some stamping on. And when I purchased this stamp set, I didn't realize that this image was so large. I didn't pay attention to what stamp blocks they recommended or anything like that. But it works like this. So we're going to use that. Let me show you. See, It hangs off just a teeny tiny bit here and just a little bit here, but it works. So I'm good with that. So we're gonna ink this up in how did we end up in Georgia? Long story. I don't know really. I don't remember. Well, I know part of the reason is because my parents were here. They moved up here. They were in the children's ministry. So they moved up here. My husband and I've always wanted to live in Georgia since I was, I don't know, 16 years old. When my granny and we used to go on road trips, and we had family that lived up here in Wrightsville, Georgia. So we would come and visit them, and then we would take our time driving back home. Long story, don't want to rabbit trail too much because I really can't do that. And then, and I used to see farmhouses, and I thought they were so, so pretty. And I thought, I'm going to live, and I used to tell my granny this all the time. I'm going to live in that house one day, Granny. I'm going to live in that house one day, Granny. Well, I never lived in that house. Don't even remember where in Georgia that house was. But I love that house so much. And my husband wanted to move to Georgia before I met him. So we just ended up here. But I can tell you this, being up here, I don't regret it too much. There are parts of Georgia that I absolutely love, but I was born and raised in Florida. I was born in Miami and raised in Florida. We lived in Orlando, and then my husband and I lived in Deltona, which is where my cousin Lynette, hi Lynette, she lives in Deltona. And I miss Florida sometimes. But I probably will never go back because it's way, way too expensive there. And it's too crowded. And there's too many hurricanes now. And that's another reason why I probably will never live on the coast, is because of the hurricanes. And I've talked so much that I need to take a sip of coffee. So anyway, long story. That's how we ended up in Georgia. All right, so that's all we're gonna do. So I just inked this up, the CO1s in pecan pie, stamped it down on there, and we're gonna turn this card. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. Hopefully I'll be able to find it really quick. If I can't, I don't know if it's in here. Because I have to tell you guys, since all the hoopla that's been going on with the moving, my son, and remodeling, and some other stuff that I've been going through, which is nothing bad, don't worry. I am so unorganized, which I'm not a very organized person to begin with. So when you add all that on top of it, it's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. I was looking for my corrugated embossing folder, and I really didn't want to get up because, you guys, I've been cheating a lot when I do my Facebook Lives. I've been wearing shorts a lot because the weather is so hot here. Here it is. I've been sweating so much. So I'm wearing shorts, but I didn't want you guys to see that, but you saw it. You abandoned me, Lynch. No, I didn't. I did, didn't I? So I'm just going to stick this in here. There's no rhyme or, well, it all depends on which way you want your corrugating to go. I'm okay if mine goes like this, so that it goes along. I'm going to put it to where it goes the same direction as my wood grain. So I'm going to put it in like that, and we're going to run that through this. And I don't remember if this is 3D or not. We're going to find out. doesn't feel like it is, but you never know. So I'm just going to stick this on here. And yeah, I think that it's going to work just fine. Okay, there we go. We're going to move this out of the way. So you guys, I have to share with you. I debated on whether or not to do it, but I think I'm going to share with you one of my struggles that I've been having, and that's so pretty. I love that, and it makes a really pretty masculine card. So we're going to put that right on that. You could put tone on tone too. You could layer this on top of pecan pie. I played with my other browns and I really didn't like it. So, but you might, and that is fine. Of course it's fine, right? We're going to glue this down. So one of my struggles lately is I've been asking myself, why do I do this? What are my real reasons in doing this? And I've been doing a little bit of soul searching, and I'm still searching a little bit. Don't get me wrong, I love doing this. I love making cards. I love sharing these things with you guys. I love the relationships on here because some of you I've never met face to face, like Carol, but I feel like we've bonded and we have a great online friendship. I wouldn't trade that for the world. I love my in-person classes. I love the friendships that I have because of that. I'm not giving my online classes, my in-person classes up at all. I absolutely love them. I think if I did, I would probably have henchmen after me. So that's really not an option. But seriously, and because this is white, I don't need to put a layer of cardstock in here. But what I probably should have done before I glued that all on there was you could stamp your sea oats in here. I'm going to go ahead and try it. I'm just going to give that a little bit of breath of life. And I think, you know what? I think it might be really cool. I don't know if it's going to work or not because I do have, I thought that would be really cool right in the center like that. That's pretty. I like that. Okay, so, and then you can put your sentiment here. We're going to make this a birthday card. I'm getting sidetracked again. So here we go. We've got, I don't like the way that looks. So anyway, so I've been just really thinking, why do I do what I do? And I think it's just because I've been so overwhelmed between my son moving out of the house, the remodeling, getting things back to normal, all those things, and not things have been popping up where I haven't been able to do my Facebook Lives, and so it's just been overwhelming to me. So I've been really thinking, and I do it because I love it. I do it because I want to share with you guys. I do it because I want those relationships. Those are the main reasons why I do it. I also do it because, I want to make a little money doing it. I want to have a little business to where I can contribute. And now I'm feeling really nervous because my husband is standing in the kitchen listening to me and staring at me. So anyway, he was doing some muddy in the laundry room. Now he came out here. Oh, you guys, I love you too. So anyway, um, I've been thinking about how much do I want to do it, and so I established why I do it. So now I have to figure out how much do I want to do it? Like how much time do I want to put into it? Um, so that I have to figure out. You guys, yep, that's it. So I have to figure that out. So I'm gonna keep doing my Facebook lives. I'm gonna keep doing them whenever I can. I just appreciate so much you guys coming on here every time I'm live. I appreciate you guys interacting with each other. That means so much to me. Yes, Chris, it is my passion. It really is. I I don't want to get choked up and cry, but because I do post these things to YouTube. Hi, my YouTube friends and community. I appreciate you guys so much too. Um, but it is a lot of work. Not that I mind the work. I stamped that crooked. I wonder how noticeable it'll be. We're gonna restamp that. So, um, you cannot see it. So anyway, sometimes it gets frustrating though. When you do put so much work and time into something and you post it to YouTube and you make the YouTube thumbnail and you do all that. I don't do editing because I know that maybe wow, maybe I would get more views if I did editing, but I really just want to be me. You see the real me. Um, you know what? I make mistakes. If a beginner happens to run across me, I want them to see that you're gonna make mistakes, no matter how long you've been doing it for. I've been a stamping demonstrator for over 10 years. I've been stamping for more than 10 years. Um, and I don't know where my little chopper is. Here it is. So, it's, but it does get, oh, what's all over that? It does get, um, it does get hard and disappointing, I have to admit, sometimes when you put so much work into something and you only get 20 views. Um, you know, um, it's hard. It's hard and it makes you question things sometimes. But I'm going to keep doing it because it's what I love to do. I just don't know how much I'm going to do. And also, I think I'm gonna do this at an angle. We could flag it. You could flag it too, and it would be really, really pretty. But I think I'm just gonna do it like that. And we're just gonna put this right across that. Isn't that a nice masculine card and so simple to do? I really love it. So, then I think, well, maybe people just don't like me. I mean, sometimes I really struggle to get my words out. Sometimes, a lot of times I rabbit trail. Um, and sometimes I forget things and that kind of stuff. But then I think, no, you're being too hard on yourself. That's not what it is. So, and if it is, that's okay too. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like my work. But I got a really nice message or comment on YouTube not too long ago that was so sweet and it really encouraged me. And she really liked my design. And it was just really, really nice. And those kinds of things make your day. And those kinds of things make you want to keep going. And I'm trying to think of which cards it was that she really liked. It was one of the ones. It was the one with the two-tone paper where I tore the beach waves and I made the fences and the shells. I think it was that one. with the sentiment up at the top. Remember, it's back there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me pull it up for you guys. It's actually one of my favorite ones. There was another one that I did too that I did in blue fence. But I don't see it. So we're not going to waste a whole lot of time looking for it. It's around here somewhere. I might have sent it to somebody too, because I do send my cards out that I make. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Lately, I have not been like I should be. I'm late on my thank you cards, and stuff like that. But anyway, it was one that was like this, but it had the blue fence, and this might have been even one that I made. So anyway, it was really, really sweet. And that cheered me up, and that made me think, you know what, that's worth it. Because I hope that she'll make that card and send it to somebody and put a smile on somebody's face, because to me, that's what it's about. It's about making someone's day, putting a smile on their face, letting them know that struggles are struggles and everybody has them. And thank you so much for sharing. Aw, thank you guys so much. But anyway, so it is. That's why I love to watch you. Aw, Carol. So, I love you guys. I really do. I don't just, they're not empty words. I really love you guys. And don't worry, I'm going to keep going. I just don't know how much I'm going to do it. I just don't know. So we're done. Do you guys like this stamped in the center? Because I really do. All right, you guys, we need to pick a number. Chris said, don't distract her. Okay, so yeah, don't, because I get distracted very, very easily. All right, you guys, this is so much fun to be on here with you guys. Pick a number between 1 and 10. Don't post it yet, though. Let me pick my number. All right. And then whoever gets the number, who is closest to the number first without going over, gets to pick one of the two cards that we made tonight as a thank you gift. So here we go. So those are the two cards. All right. Number. All right. So the number is 4. So who came closest? Did anybody get a 4? I don't see any 4s. And it's over, under, but under by 1 and over. Okay. So it looks like our winner for tonight is Christine Kelly. All right, Chris, which one of these cards would you like to get? Let me show you your thank you cards, because not your thank you cards, my other two samples. I always tell you guys all the time, I got samples to show you. Wait till the end. And then I forget to share the samples with you. So that I'm trying to remember to share them as I finish the card, so that you guys, I don't forget to share samples with you guys. All right, so this is one right here that I made. If you can tell, I love the ocean. This could be a lake too, and it actually could be Lake Michigan, because, there is a wave coming in here. I started to make more waves, but I didn't. One of the reasons why I didn't, and I'm about to tell you guys that a couple of these cards, one of these cards, I'm sharing my class cards for this Saturday. This is one of them, minus the embellishment. No, I think I am gonna, I do have the embellishments for this. So this is a class card here for Saturday. So people that are coming to my class, you are so welcome, are gonna make this card, and you're gonna make this card too. So I kept it kind of simple with just doing the one tear. So this is using the cattails right here. So that's why I think when I look at this, I think more of a lake because it's got the cattails. So I thought that card was very, very pretty. And then, did you pick which one you want yet? Do you want the sea oats or the sunflowers? And then this one I thought was super, super fun. This is going to be a class card too. And I'm going to teach them how to do this, which is so, so simple. I just use my blending brushes and ink and little spritz of water on a clear block and stamped it down. So, but isn't that pretty? I really, really like it. And it says sending the healing power of love. I also made an extra one of these and sent it to one of my stamping friends who has had knee surgery, or at least I believe she's had it. If she hasn't, she's about to. So isn't that beautiful though? I love this card. This is one of my favorite ones. Hello card, please and thank you. Okay, the sunflower one. You are very welcome. Let me put your name on that. Okey-dokey. All right, you guys. So I hope that you enjoyed the cards that I shared with you tonight. Hope you enjoyed seeing new product. I always like to see new product. I always like to get new product and play with new product. But anyway, so we use the prairie grass and the 3D embossing, sunflower embossing folder. So pretty. So very pretty, actually. Huh. Oh yeah, because that's the section that I used. I just think that section is so pretty. This is the one that I used for the 4x4 foil. The foil is so pretty. I love you too, you guys. You are so welcome. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, thank you so much. I hope that you watched it all the way through. And thank you so much for listening to me. And please give me a big thumbs up. I love to read your comments and all that kind of stuff. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, I sure hope that you do, because I really love to have you a part of my community, and I would love to get to know you guys better. I know it's kind of hard and it sounds kind of crazy because it's all through online, but I guess that's just the way it is now, right? Unless you live locally, I'd love to have you come to one of my in-person card classes. I hold them monthly, once a month. This Saturday is this Saturday is July's card class. I have not decided on the date on my August card class because my oldest daughter and her husband and my youngest granddaughter are coming into town. They will be here Saturday the 2nd. And that's typically when I hold my card classes, is the first Saturday of the month. But because last week was the 4th of July weekend, I pushed it up to this week. And then I got to find out if she knows what time they're coming in. Because if I have time to have my class, I'm going to go ahead and have it. If I don't, then I won't be able to have it until the 3rd Saturday of the month, because they'll be here. So anyway, so I gotta find that out. So I have not decided yet. So as soon as I know, I will send a newsletter out with the event. I will post it on Facebook. I may or may not make a Facebook event. I cannot put the link to register for the class on Facebook because the registration asks for your email address, and I get flagged for that. So that's why there hasn't been links on there, which really hurts the business part, in the business end of it, because you know, you want people to be able to register to the class, but I can't put the link to register on Facebook because I get flagged. So, and they remove it. So it's really important that that you do get my newsletters, because that's where all that information and links are in the newsletters. I cannot put the link for that because guess what that asks for, and guess what they'll do. So if you're interested in it, just reach out to me. You can contact me. I think my phone number is listed on Facebook, so you're more than welcome to shoot me a text, or you can instant message me, or you can comment. So there we go. Or you can go to my YouTube channel and look for this video. I will try to get it posted tonight. If it's not posted tonight, it will be posted tomorrow morning, and I'll have the link there to register for my class. But if you want to come, you have to RSVP and register ASAP, because I am going to start cutting for that class tomorrow morning. Okay, so everybody have a great weekend, and hopefully I will see you back here next Thursday. Same time, same place. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. All right, you guys. Thank you again, and I am going to go. Bye, y'all. Love you very much, you guys. Okay.